With the signing of the Treaty of Versailles in June 1919, Germany took much of the blame for World War II. Germany elected Adolf Hitler as Chancellor in 1932 in hopes that the Nazi Party would pull their country out of the economic distress into a world power. By March of 1933, Hitler began to replace government officials with the Nazi Party members. By July 1933, the Nazi Party had eliminated all other political parties in Germany and created one-party dictatorship that was ruled with fear. SS and SA Nazi police were encouraged to arrest people who spoke out against the Nazi regime and to take them to temporary camps to interrogate, torture, or kill. Makeshift camps were created in abandoned warehouses, factories, and other remote areas, and later became the council. Once Germany became a dictatorship, the Nazi Party used propaganda and censorship to spread support for a Nazi Germany. Thousands of books and literature that included thoughts not supported by Germans' Nazism were burned, and schools promoted Nazism and Hitler as an important part of life. Hitler had begun focusing on the idea of a stronger race for many years. The 25-point program outlined the Nazi theory of a superior race, or an Aryan race that was tall, blue-eyed, and blonde. 4 points stated that no Jew belonged to the nation. Racial purity was enforced by mass sterilization of individuals with impurity. Hitler wanted to get rid of what he saw was useless individuals during a time of war. The handicapped, mentally ill, etc. were eliminated by lethal injection, starvation, or gas. Bodies were burned in crematories. This would later be a blueprint for killing mass numbers of Jews. To further segregate the Jewish communities, the Nazi Party supported boycotts of Jewish businesses. When the 1933 boycotts were not a complete success, the Nazi government proceeded to fire all Jewish civil servants, including teachers, in order to make more jobs available for the Aryans. At the 1935 party rally in Nuremberg, the Nazi Party announced laws excluding Jewish people from the citizenship. Anyone considered to be a Jew had to carry identification that were permitted from marrying or having sexual relations with any pure German. November 9, 1938 was considered the night of broken glass because of the broken glass from Jewish businesses in the streets. In 2 days, 7,000 Jewish businesses were looted, trashed, and burned. 250 synagogues were burned, and many Jewish people were killed. The segregation of Jews was in full effect. Germans created nearly 1,000 ghettos for the relocation of Jews. The largest was in Warsaw, Poland, which was home to almost 500,000 Jews. Nazi police, barbed wire fences, and walls held Jews in these ghettos for limited privileges. Living conditions in the ghettos were unbearable. Several families lived in one apartment. Diseases and starvation were common. Many lacked the proper clothing and materials to stay warm. Food smuggling, selling personal belongings for supplies, and secretly continuing education became a way of life. With the invasion of the Soviet Union, Nazi killing squads were told to kill all Jews. Towns and communities were raided for Jews. They were taken to open fields and either shot or gassed. January 20, 1942, Nazi officials met to discuss the final solution of all European Jews. The officials agreed to transport the Jews to concentration camps where they would be exterminated. Jews were transported like cattle in train cars to camps. They were separated into labor or immediate killing. Most pregnant women, babies, small children, elderly, sick, or disabled did not make it through the first checkpoint. These camps were in rural areas out of sight and near railroad lines. Between 1942 and 1944, almost 2 million Jews were taken from the ghettos and deported to these camps to be exterminated. Near the end of World War II, Jewish prisoners of Nazi concentration camps were freed by Allied forces. Many survivors were grateful and celebrated reuniting with family members, yet others felt guilty for being one of the lucky ones to survive.